And there we are. Welcome to my Sunday night live stream, Chapter 2 of the Pop Cycle Road. This is a slightly different live stream than I usually do because I'm doing very little talking. Too much blah-bitty-blah needs to be dispensed with. And I'm doing a lot more songs as a result of it, so I hope you stick around and enjoy it. That first thing you just heard there was me playing in Key West with Carib Key West, a Latin soul band. That was me playing lead guitar. The arrangement was by Rolando Rojas, my dear friend and himself excellent guitar player and an inspiration to me. And I'm going to get started now with some more, Latin-type music and jazz-type music for a little while, and then we'll break into some other things. Thanks for saying howdy. Hi, Sam. How you doing? And if you come in, make yourself comfortable, chill out, play for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Who knows what it is. Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords on my guitar, floating in the silence that surrounds us. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and a window that opens on the mountain and see how lovely. This is where I long to be, here with you, so near to me until the final flicker of life's ending. I who am lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter tragic joke, have found in you the meaning of existence, all my love. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and a mountain that opens on the mountains and see how lovely. This is where I long to be, here with you, so near to me until the final flicker of life's ending. I who am lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter tragic joke, have found in you the meaning of existence, all my love. Oh, the meaning of existence, all my love. Tom Hobim song for you there. Got a lot of nice tunes lined up for you. This is a tune I wrote called Sea Breeze. The sun is going down and the tide is coming in. The breeze that rises on the twilight feels so cool against my skin. Sea breeze, pretty clouds are drifting through the sky. They are lifted up and floating on the instant I find you standing by my side. Come with me, we're flying on a sea breeze. Seagulls hang suspended as they turn into the wind. Take my hand, my darling, make this moment never end. Well, the sailboats race across the waves, leaving wakes of diamond lace. And the day moon hides behind the blue sky, to remind me of my lover's face. Sea breeze, pretty clouds are drifting through the sky. They are lifted up and floating on the instant that I find you standing by my side. Or won't you come with me? We're flying on a sea breeze. Seagulls hang suspended as they turn into the wind. Take my hand, my darling, make this moment never end. Well, the sun is going down again, and this time the tide is going out. And these turnings and returnings, they are what my life is all about. Sea breeze, pretty clouds are drifting through the sky. They are lifted up and floating on the instant I find you standing by my side. Come with me, we're flying on a sea breeze. Seagulls hang suspended as they turn into the wind. Take my hand, my darling, make this moment never end. That's a song about the pretty side of Key West, away from the bars and the tattoos. Down there by the beach where things are so pretty. Here's another bossa nova type tune. The past is lost, the future is never. Now is forever. And all of those golden moments that were your treasure are falling away like dreams. Now is forever. The wheels of days and years are constantly spinning. The ending was written before the very beginning. The past is lost, the future is never. Oh, but now is forever. The wheels of days and years are constantly spinning. The ending was written before the very beginning. The past is lost, the future is never. Oh, but now is forever. Bossa Nova type tune for you. I wrote that about a year and a half ago. Nice to see everybody here. Hi, Harvey, Sam Bryan. Bunch of friends I got. Nice. Thanks for giving me something to do that keeps my mind off of the problems. Good to keep your mind off of that. Okay, our next tune is from the Central Park Sheiks. If you saw my show yesterday, you're going to see that I'm doing a lot of the tunes from yesterday, but I've thrown some fresh ones in the mix for those of you that are suckers for punishment and back for a second to pass today. I'm a shipwrecked man in a sea of trouble, watching the rain make crazy puzzles on the window pane. In a sea of rain, how do you stay dry? When I'm down, I go put on a record, even if I've heard that song too many times before. I play it one time more, it still makes me cry. She's gone, she left no note, no number to call. She's gone, and lately I ain't seen her at all again. All I do is watch the rain. She's gone, she left no note, no number to call. She's gone, and lately I ain't seen her at all again. And all I do is watch the rain. If I were a bird, I'd fly above this rain cloud. Where the sun is shining, I'd be flying high. At least I'd try. Oh, if I were a bird, but I ain't. If you ain't heard, I'm just a shipwrecked man in a sea of trouble, watching the rain make crazy puzzles on the window pane. In a sea of rain, how do you stay dry? The Shipwrecked Man was the first song on the Central Park Chic's album Honeysuckle Rose, still available from EMI Records at the astonishing price of $60. You can buy Rolling Stones records cheaper than that. Alrighty, I'm going to switch things around. That's the jazzy side of things. I'm going to start the rest of this little next sequence with a song by the Incredible String Band. When the morning of my eyes comes waking to my shadow, leaving just a chase of twilight sleep, I whisper to the baby raindrops playing on my window, and tell them gently this is not the time that they should weep. Somewhere in my mind there is a painting box. I have every color there, it's true. Lately when I look into my painting box, I seem to pick the colors of you. My Friday evening's footsteps trotting dully through this black town are far away now from this world I'm in. My eyes are seeing something that I swear just might be springtime. With daffodils between my toes, I'm laughing at their whim. Somewhere in my mind there is a painting box. I have every color there, it's true. Lately when I look into my painting box, I seem to pick the colors of you. Purple sail above me catches all the strength of summer. Fishes stop and ask me where I'm bound. I smile and shake my head, say my little ship is sinking. I kind of like the sea that I'm on, and I don't mind if I do drown. Somewhere in my mind there is a painting box. I have every color there, it's true. Lately when I look into my painting box, I seem pick the colors of you. The purple sail above me catches all the strength of summer. The fishes stop and and ask me where I'm bound. I smile and shake my head and say my little ship is sinking, but I kind of like the sea that I'm on. I don't mind if I do drown. Somewhere in my mind there is a painting box. I have every color there, it's true. Lately when I look into my painting box, I seem to pick the colors of you. I seem to pick the colors of you. I seem to pick the colors of you. Okay, I'm going to take a moment now. This is a word from our sponsor. I don't know who's listening to me because, you know, some people are here live and some people will watch this again when it replays, which starts at the same time tomorrow night here on YouTube. All of my various live streams can be found here on YouTube if I decide they're good enough to keep. So there's a bunch there for you to see. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button on your YouTube screen there. Every subscription I get allows me to monetize. And I'm just going to play for you a tune that I recently recorded with my friend Dan Simpson. This is one of the oldest tunes I ever wrote, but we wrote a really, really nice arrangement of it, and Dan was the engineer who made it sound the nice way that you... Oh, you know, I cannot do it. I did not. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to play it for you straight up. I didn't set it up properly. This is called Evelyn. You can find this on Salt for Silver. And as I sing it, you can just take a look at this. It'll explain what goes on at band camp. Beside a water wheel, Dawn was laying diamonds in the grass. My Evelyn looked gently down. Water was her looking glass. The snow had come and gone, and the shoots of May were pushing through the ground. A bird did sing on every bough. Lord, it made the softest sound. Sun is rising, it's not surprising. I know the sun, he's my friend. I hardly know you. Where are you going to, and when will you be back again? The snow had come and gone. Shoots of May were pushing through the ground. A bird did sing on every bough. Lord, it made the softest sound. Sun is rising, it's not surprising. I know the sun, he's my friend. I hardly know you. Where are you going to, and when will you be back again? I hardly know you. Where are you going to, and when will you be back again? Beside a water wheel. That's Evelyn, and we'll move right along now. This is a tune from the same album, that album which you saw just a moment ago on your screen is Salt for Silver, fairly recent album of mine. This is a tune from that album as well. My grandpa was a grifter, a gambler and a heel. He snuck around from town to town and he dealt a dirty deal. He went out in the wild world to steal what he could steal. You know he stole a fortune, but the money wasn't real. No, the money wasn't real. Funny how it is, you know now the money wasn't real. He set out as a bandit, he came back empty-handed. He should have been a rich man, but the money wasn't real. Now the Pharaoh was a miser and his story has been told. He had 10,000 workers build a pyramid to hold all his statues and his trappings, his caskets and his gold. You know he wanted to have everything, but all he got was old, 'cause none of it was real. Funny how it is, you know now none of it was real. His monument so grand got covered up by sand, and now he's just another mummy man, 'cause none of it was real. A poor man buys a loaf of bread, he shares it and it's gone. A rich man wrecks his portion, yet his wealth keeps rolling on. And the good things that you've said and done are nothing you can pawn, 'cause when you're in the underclass you're always overdrawn, 'cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now the money isn't real. You can follow all the rules made by idiots for fools, and you think you'll get your just reward, but you won't. You won't pick up a penny, oh, but you might spare a dime. A dollar buys a pretty meager way to waste your time. A C-note gets you groceries, and a grand might buy a thrill. You might rake in a shitload and still not get your fill. I live in America, a country built on greed, and I suppose that's not a bad thing if you just take what you need. But it seems everyone's afflicted by a hunger to exceed. Why should one man have a billion when there's a million mouths to feed? 'Cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know, the money isn't real. You can burn it, you can earn it, oh, but in the end you'll learn that it all amounts to nothing. I bought me some insurance in case I pass away. I've heard that that could happen, and who am I to say? I might live forever, they'd never have to pay. Shit, who would be the loser then if it all turned out that way? 'Cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now the money isn't real. You can spend it, you can lend it, you'll find that in the end it all amounts to nothing. Yes, it's funny how it all amounts to nothing. So funny how it all amounts to nothing, 'cause the money isn't. The unreality of reality. This is a song about my neighborhood. Our old Italian neighborhood has turned Chinese, maybe for good. Water, water everywhere. The ghetto has been gentrified, the first folks have been pushed aside. Doesn't matter if it's fair, it's the same thing everywhere. The Indians who once lived here, they made their trade in hunting deer. Water, water everywhere. They made a bargain with the Dutch that really didn't leave them much, but the Dutchmen didn't care. Money, money, money everywhere. Now the hippies have all moved upstate. The hipsters came to take their place. Maybe the only difference is the hair. And the little shops you could afford to shop in once, they now are boarded. But the building owners, they don't care. It's the same thing everywhere. Well, the water just goes where it will. You know it always flows downhill. Rivers running everywhere. And who are you and I to kid? It just does what it always did. Just goes where it's meant to be, flowing till it finds the sea. water, water everywhere. The music clubs have all shut down. New York is a rich man's town. Doesn't matter if it's fair. And the only music that remains is while you're waiting for the trains. You can tip them if you care. So much free music everywhere. But the money just goes where it must. It's all about the boom or bust. Buddy, have you got a dime to spare? And who are you and I to kid? It settles for the lowest bid. The bottom line is where it goes. That's just the way the money flows. Doesn't matter if it's fair. Now in my new Chinese neighborhood, the people that I meet are good. It's the same thing everywhere. No matter where they come from, friend, they're only people in the end. It's not their fault they had to settle there. People, people, people everywhere. People trying just to be everywhere like you and me, like water flowing to the sea, going where we're meant to be. Water, 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 water everywhere. Water everywhere. So while we're still on the Salt for Silver, this is an homage to Bob Dylan from the Salt for Silver album. Hey, Robert. I'll give you salt for silver if you'll only make the trade. This poetry, these melodies are things that I have made. I've woven them from songs I've heard, from stories I've been told. I'll give you salt for silver unless you offer gold. Gonna build a big machine, a mechanical collage. Gonna build it in the workshop in the back of my garage. It's gonna be a wild contraption made of cogs and wheels and gears and discarded bits of everything I've gathered through the years. And when it gets to rolling, it's gonna make an awesome sound, like thunder in the mountains or an earthquake underground. When I'm done, they're gonna ask me, Bob, just what does that thing do? And I'll turn around and ask them, man, well, what's it do for you? Gonna write a crazy song, I'm not sure what it's gonna mean. Might be plain, might be a puzzle, might be something in between. Gonna populate the verses with people from my dreams. It might point to something deep, or maybe just be what it seems. And when I get to singing it, it's gonna make an awful noise. But I really can't be bothered by the folks my voice annoys. When I'm done, they're gonna ask me, Bob, just what does that thing do? And I'll turn around and ask them, man, well, what's it do for you? Do I really have to tell you that is just the way I roll? I'm just a simple farm boy with a complicated soul, who set out first to follow in Woody Guthrie's tracks, to sing about the common man and the burdens on their backs. Gonna write an epic novel, a mountain range of prose. I might turn the tide of history or turn all my friends to foes. Gonna be a wild concoction made of thoughts and words and prayers. There might be nothing underneath when you peel away the layers. Oh, if I fail in that ambition, I'm gonna put away my pen. Put on ordinary clothing, go and walk the world of men. Gonna look in all their faces at the stories in their eyes, in the hopes that all the misery I see there makes me wise. Do I really have to tell you that is just the way I roll? I'm just a simple farm boy with a complicated soul, who set out first to follow in Woody Guthrie's tracks, to sing about the common man and the burdens on their back, who got waylaid in the city by the beatniks and the clowns, and the grief that always comes to you from mixing ups and downs, who tried his hand at Jesus and then suffered a relapse and had to rebuild his ideas from all these bits and scraps. I will give you salt for silver if you'll only make the trade. This poetry, these melodies are things that I have made. I've borrowed them from songs I've heard, from stories I've been told. I'll give you salt for silver unless you offer gold. Salt for Silver, homage to Bob Dylan, from the album Salt for Silver. Moving right along. This is from the album that today's live stream is named after, The Pop Cycle. These are a bunch of songs on that album that I mostly wrote in the 90s, or the early part of this century. This tune is called Little Finnegan. You're a bus driver bound from the lights of the city to the quiet of little towns lost in the night. Exits and off-ramps and neon-lit diners and the bright eyes of rabbits like stars on the roadside. And the radio reminds you of all that's behind you. Your poor eyes are dazzled by the oncoming light, and the white line goes through you, and you don't know now, do you, why the good folks won't turn down their bright. Through the long night, the dark traffic sighs. What color are the bus driver's eyes? Puzzles and riddles and cats that play fiddles, children that change in the rays of the moon. The little dog laughed just to see such a sight, and the dish ran away with the media tycoon. Are we almost there yet? And why is the rain wet? And who spilled the stars on the velvety deeps? Digressions and questions and liars' confessions. Little Finnegan can't get to sleep. So many what ifs and why. What do you see when you shut down your eyes? There once was a maiden who escaped from her bower by cutting off all of her beautiful hair, and weaving a ladder she climbed from the tower and ran off and left not a note on a chair. There was an old farmer who traded his best cow for a hand-scribbled map and an old rusty key. The little dog wept just to hear such a tale. The tears that he offered would fill up the sea. I'm getting a message that there's an error. Hold on just a moment while I check with my wife. Josephine, is anything going on? I'll see if I can fix that. I'm going to try to fix the problem that's going on. The stream status is very poor. So it's not your internet connection, it's something going on.
It's not my what?
It's not your fault, it's something going on at YouTube. There's probably too many people doing this at the same time. Is it completely frozen?
Hang on. Yeah, I can see you speaking to me. There's movement, I can hear you.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to continue, but it says it's really, really poor. Friends, if you can still hear me, I'm getting a message saying that my stream is really poor here, which is something I heard from my doctors recently as well, by the way. There you go. Just a little of that kind of humor. Okay, here's another song about conveyances. I'm not going to finish Little Finnegan. I'm just going to do this song and then I'm going to call it a day because I'm going to ask any of my friends who are listening. Oh, excellent connection. I'm back online. Marvelous. So there's a little hole in the middle of my thing. It's a tune called Thank You for Sticking Around. It got fixed. Something wrong with YouTube. Riding on a northbound train, leave the South behind, rolling through the blue-gray dawn, feel the past unwind, hills and valleys, streets and alleys, little towns all in a row, people I may never meet, in places I may never go. Sometimes feel just like a gambler, gonna watch my fortunes break, or just like some weary rambler, wondering which fork to take. I got my backpack and my guitar, pocket change to pay my way. Bought myself a one-way fare, going home and there I'll stay. Living up to what I said I'd do. Girl, you know I'm coming home to you. Play some changes while I'm rolling, looking for the words to sing. Take my rhythm from the train tracks and I wonder what the muse will bring. Fellow travelers in this night car, asking me what songs I play. They sometimes strike a harmony as we pass the rattling miles away. Living up to what I said I'd do. Girl, you know I'm coming home to you. Giving up the games I tried to play, coming home to you and there I'll stay. Riding on a northbound train, leave the South behind, rolling through the blue-gray dawn, and I feel the past unwind. Ooh, 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 ooh. Well, Well, there you go, friends. That was Northbound Train, also from Salt for Silver, the album. On my end, I am getting constant intermittent messages saying that the quality of the stream is poor. I hope you're sticking around. I don't know if it amounts to stops or pauses or glitches, but it should even itself out. There's probably just a lot of people doing this thing that I'm doing right now, and if you have friends who do this thing, give them some moral support just like you're giving it to me. I do appreciate having something to do, and when it's possible, help us get along, though I know we're all in the same boat. So I'm very understanding about that particular stream of income. Some people are getting a good stream of information. Okay. What am I looking at here? 7:44. Okay, this is a fairly new tune. The days and weeks go slipping by. All the things we put off pile up. All the things we choose to do some other day, they can wait for Thursday. I had some chores to run today, household shopping bills to pay, wash the dishes, clear the shelves, misery best kept to ourselves on Thursday. Buy some toothpaste, soap and bread, just the ordinary life we've led. Make a list and get it done before it slips away, my son, it's Thursday. Then the clouds, they opened over me, and the crowd, it parted like the sea, sent me down an unfamiliar path. Seeing you, I simply had to laugh. Never thought I would find my way. Never thought I would find my way. Never thought I would find my way on Thursday. I had some calls to make today, obligations, bills to pay, clear the record, make amends, try to make it all make sense on Thursday. Expectations, hopes and dreads, where the worries in our hearts have led. Make a list and get it done before it slips away, my son, it's Thursday. Then the clouds, they opened over me, and the crowd, it parted like the sea, set me down an unfamiliar path. Seeing you, I simply had to laugh. Never thought I would find my way. Never thought I would find my way. Never thought I would find my way on Thursday. That is going to be on an upcoming album to be engineered by my buddy Dan Simpson, engineer extraordinaire. The album will be called Swimming in Falling Water. Here's another song from that soon-to-be completed album. In these days of trouble, child, everyone has grown up wild, and sometimes I think there's nothing that can save us. We've turned our backs on one another, turned away from earth, our mother, and squandered all the riches that she gave us. In every town and village, deep into the night, in their beds the restless sleepers are turning. along the waterways and on the city walls. Nightmen work to keep the watchfires burning. Little darling, don't you have no fear. Don't you worry now, 'cause I'll be here. Sure as the white dove that spreads her wings to rise to the light that the morning brings, and as sure as the changing of the moon, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling. In this world of hate and war, it's hard to know just who you are, or if there's something greater you belong to. Is there someone who will take your hand, try to help you understand, or only someone you can sing your broken song to? Sailors on the ocean praying for the sight of land, they look out to find the lighthouse angels sweeping. Babies in the cradle on the wings of lullaby, sweet sister, hold her safely in your keeping. Little darling, don't you have no fear. Don't you worry now, 'cause I'll be here. Sure as the white dove that spreads her wings to rise to the light that the morning brings, and as sure as the changing of the moon, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. There you go. Soon your tears be over, written originally in 1989. But finished just a few months ago. That took 11 years to write that song. How do you like that? Okay, this is only a few more minutes left, and because of the kind of come and go nature of this information I'm getting on my screen about the stream not being strong, I'm going to cut it at 8, so just stick with me for a couple of more songs. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much if you've been here before. Thank you for being a returning friend. And if you're new to this, which I don't think any of you are, except for people that might come later. Yeah, Robert, that's a like I say, it's 11 years old, but it just got finished a couple of months ago. What'll it be? I'll do a pretty love song dedicated to my wife. Morning comes to touch the sky and to wake the sleeping world, to hang the dew upon the blades of grass like strings of pearls. I rise up from my sleep to find you laying by my side, clinging to your last of dreams and breathing like the tide. I won't wake you, I'll just wait and hold you in my eyes. Peaceful as a ship of clouds that sails the crystal skies. I'll go and put the kettle on to make our morning brew. If you were the first to rise, I know that's what you do. If there's ever been a sweeter day, I swear I don't know when. Since you came into my life, it's all been new again. All those years I spent alone, just watching time slip by, filling up with emptiness and taking love to be alive, filling pages up with words to make my broken song, never knowing you were somewhere waiting all along. Now there's never been a sweeter day, my lover and my friend, since you chose to take this road. It's all been true again. Morning comes to touch the hills and to wake the sleeping rose, throwing diamonds on the river so it flashes as it flows. This world is lovely, it can't be denied, you know that's true. Twice as lovely with two pairs of eyes to see it through. Now there's never been a sweeter day, I swear I don't know when, since you came into my life. It's all been new again. New again. And I guess let's finish with something a little lighthearted here. Thank you once again for being at my live stream. Oh, thank you so much, friends. I'm sorry, my wife tells me I shouldn't lean in and read the screen, and because it makes my face look goofy. Sorry for the goofy face. I'm working on all those things. I'm also working on it, and this goes out to all of you live streamers out there, looking right at the little camera instead of just kind of off into space. The camera, right? Like Uncle Bert needs to look at the camera. That's what's going on. Tune is called the Blue Hotel. Now the bellhop, he don't jump to do the chores. The elevator man's getting drunk between the floors at the Blue Hotel. At the Blue Hotel. When you're stepping off the street, you'll find the service so discreet. You're always welcome at the Blue Hotel. The upstairs maid's got something going on the side. The house dick, he's been known to take a bribe at the Blue Hotel. Well, bring along your aunt, meet me by the potted plant in the lobby of the Blue Hotel. When you step down and dine in our luxurious lounge, you'll get the finest meal that the house can scrounge. The chef is deaf, hear the waitress yell. In the kitchen of the Blue Hotel, the house band plays an anonymous bop. They play Savoy and the Bunny Hop. Bus boys in the back room dancing with a mop. In the basement of the Blue Hotel, ring that bell if you wanna call the clerk. Knock on the desk if the bell don't work at the Blue Hotel, at the Blue Hotel. Bring along your aunt, meet me by the potted plant in the lobby of the Blue Hotel. Well, now the desk clerk's name is Grit Pipe Thin, and he checks you out as he checks you in. He writes your name with a pen on a chain. As he does this thing, you check out the terrain. You see Slippery Sylvester and his sinister maw hanging out in the shadows that lurk in the hall. The eyeballs are moving in a portrait on the wall in the foyer. And way up in the corner by the dusty curtain line, and there's a fat black spider dining. The picture isn't nice. There are poker playing mice behind the baseboards of the Blue Hotel. Ring that bell if you want to call the clerk. Knock on the desk if the bell don't work at the Blue Hotel. Well, stay there overnight, they are bound to treat us right. You're always welcome at the Blue Hotel. When you're stepping off the street, you'll find the service so discreet. You're always welcome at the Blue Hotel. Don't steal the ashtrays. And that concludes my Sunday Pop Cycle Road live stream. Thank you for being here. Those of you that were here for the live stream, thank you so very, very much. Any listeners that come afterward, please tell your friends about me. Try to get my listenership up a little bit. I'm working hard to make it sound good for you. Bringing some new material in as often as I can. And just trying, like so many musicians, to survive these difficult times when there's no clubs to play at. So if you have friends who are musicians, support them. That's what it's all about. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. And I'm going to kind of leave it here playing some instrumental music while I put up this last screen, which is once again a word from our sponsor. And the tune is Benny Goodman's Smooth One, originally performed with Charlie Christian. Good night, everybody.